Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. In this game, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And they've got one player out of the lineup due to injury.
Down a star player. As long as that continues to be the case, they'll have to find a way to compensate, like it or not.
Here are the five for Philadelphia. We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Joel Embiid. Paul George out there with Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. And for Boston, we've got Derek White. Peyton Pritchard is out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Jaylen Brown. And it's Keita in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Better be on your game tonight, Clark. These teams like to go, go, go.
Exciting for us and the fans, BA, but exhausting for the defenses. I mean, it should be a high-scoring affair, up-tempo, windshield wiper quality. Expect a lot of substitutions to keep things fresh.
Now here's Maxey. Grimes, the pass to George. Here's Maxey to the wing on the left. Screen by Embiid from deep. And Embiid throws it down.
Embiid knows how to bully his way into position for the putback.
Simons outside. White for three. Joel Embiid with the board. The 76ers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Maxey. Now here's George. Defense is right there. And he buries his first look.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Pritchard. Kick out to Brown. On the wing, Simons. 6 to shoot. Brown passes to Simons. Back to Brown. Fires for 3. He buries it from 3.
When JB is on from here, it really boosts his team.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. I talked with him about Joel Embiid and asked him what he wants his team to do against him defensively. And he said, I told our big guys to play with physicality out there, but to also know when to go straight up and not let him bait us into silly fouls. It's not an easy assignment, but coach seemed confident in their chances of containing Joel. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Outstanding concentration that time by White on the tape. Play through the contact and score.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Outside Maxey. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
White against George. Pass to Pritchard. White on the wing. 5 points in the game. No good with a jumper from the wing.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all. Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 6 from the floor. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
So it's Boston now, following the score by Philadelphia. White, good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And here is Maxey. He has 6. Now here's Brown. Pass to Pritchard. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page.
Adjustments are a part of every game and every quarter of a game. I think Coach sees something here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Tipped away. Brown inside. He's covered by Oubre. And there's Brown. That one's good. On the assist by Simons.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
Shoots from the elbow. Will not go. Misses off the front iron. Boston leading by 5. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The 76ers have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Pass to Oubre. George drives in. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on White.
Boy, George can really change pace quickly. He's excellent at drawing physical contact.
Hauser, he's checked in for Brown. The 76ers also with a sub. Drummond's checked in for Embiid. And the second free throw is good.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
Here's Pritchard. He's scoreless. Pass to Hauser. Here's Keita. Drummond defending. 5 to shoot. Keita gets the bucket.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
76ers trail by 6. For 3, Maxey hits the trifecta. Maxey's got 9.
With the speed at which Maxey plays, that pull-up is almost impossible to deal with.
Outside White. Shoots over Oubre. He hits the back iron and sinks it. The 76ers have gone 6 of 11 so far. Here's Maxey. And he dunks it down.
Maxey taking up that airspace, doing a nice job just bouncing off the floor there.
Here's Hauser. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Simons outside. The ball's knocked loose. 3 on 3. For 3, Maxey. Rebound Boston. Simons right side. The kick out to White. Here's Simons. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's George. Again, Philadelphia.
Love the flow and rhythm that George plays with. Very impressive. He's got a natural, comfortable cadence to his pace.
Now here's White. 9 points in the game, and he comes up with a bucket.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Here's Grimes. There's the 3. Oubre, that one's good. And this game is tied up now.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
.34 seconds left in the first quarter here. Pass to Grimes. Oubre with it. Now Drummond. George outside. Takes a 3. And Pritchard pulls it down. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. Boston out in front, up by 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Boston.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And we've also got to talk about those threes dropping for them. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum from long range.
They've got Jaylen Brown, and it's Hauser in at the 3 slot. That's the Boston 5. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure. Pass to Embiid. The 3. Shireman grabs a board. Celtics lead by 4. Here's Garza. Puts it up from 12. And here's Brown for 3. And Brown knocking down the triple.
You know, when Brown has that jump shot working, guys, he's very hard to slow down. Nice looking release on his shot.
Unable to get that one. Oh, good D by Boucher. Boston's gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Pass to Shireman. Back to Boucher. Fires the 3. Excellent D there from Embiid. Defended by Brown. The 3 is up. Boston pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Three-pointer. Philadelphia with another miss. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And Brown rising high for the finish.
I don't think he could have been any more impressive than he was tonight. Brown is setting this place on fire.
76ers trail by 9. Pass to McCain. Can they get it? Hauser grabs the board. The Celtics have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Brown passes to Boucher. Here's Garza. Out left to the wing. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Brown for 3. Brown, the corner triple.
Now, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And the 76ers with some changes. Oubre comes in for Watford, and it's Grimes in for Lowry. Drives to the hoop. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Pritchard, the pass to Hauser. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start. Brent, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game. Outstanding move in the lane. Just enjoy that one at home, folks.
No doubt, with some huge elevation on the finish.
Boy, the defender might have to put his shoes back on after that move. Wow.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Brown, and Grimes pulls it down. 76ers trail by 8. Here's McCain, and Boucher with the block. Brown with it. 16 points. Oh, hey, how about
Big
that?
time right there. Big time.
Woo.
Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
So it's Philadelphia now. Pass to Embiid. Here's McCain. From the arc. He drops it from range. He's got 9.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Here's Boucher. And he banks in the layup. And the Celtics lead by 9.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Pass to Grimes. To the middle. Here's Oubre. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Here's Brown. Brown cashes in. A terrific finisher inside.
Strong and explosive Jaylen Brown is a tough matchup in the painted area.
Oh, my goodness!
Disrespectful.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
The 3 is up. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
A defensive breakdown. Can't afford to leave him open from range.
Pass to Keita. And here's Boucher. And here's Brown for 3. And McCain pulls it down. Defended by Brown. Here's McCain. Embiid inside. From the right block. The rebound, Celtics. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Outside, Brown. And the jam by Brown.
The athletic Brown with a big-time slam. You got to defend him better than this.
Here's McCain. No made baskets yet. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Wow, it's been quite a game for Jaylen Brown.
He's on another level right now. Knocking down threes left and right. The defense isn't doing their job, and I think they've got to talk about it quickly.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Tillman's checked in for Boucher. White comes in for Hauser. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Jaylen Brown. Philadelphia with another miss. Boston leading by 6. Simons outside. 41 seconds left in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
These are his first free throws of the game.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
And so Simons nails both of them.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
And the jam by George.
And George is so smart, so crafty on the dribble. He's just got an excellent way of controlling the ball and his body as he's dribbling.
Simons outside. 12 seconds left in the second. Outside White. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
And we've reached halftime in this one. Celtics out in front, up by 8. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Jaylen Brown having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Paul George. Then it's Maxey. And it's Grimes in a 2-guard. Here's Brown. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
George drives in. Chalk up 2 there. George has got 9.
Boy, how about the deceptive strength of George fending off the defense exceedingly well there and taking the ball strong to the rack.
Simons. And he goes in for the dunk.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Inside. He shoots it. Grimes' shot is off.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Queta, pass to Brown. Here's Pritchard. Here's Simons. Oubre against Brown. And the jam by Brown.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
George for 3. Nails it from 3. 12 points for him.
It's a big part of George's game, the three-point shot, and for good reason. I mean, he's a sniper out there.
And Brown with the stuff.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Maxey attacking.
And Maxey is fearless on the drive. Just dares defenders into fouling.
Philadelphia shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Not only is Maxey solid and efficient from the line, but he gets there quite a bit, too.
Pass to Pritchard. From downtown, pure from three-point range. And the Celtics lead by 10.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Back to Maxey. And another miss by Philadelphia. Celtics lead by 10. Simons with it, guarded now by George. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Wow, That type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that. You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Here's Brown. Man, Brown just showing his toughness inside.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Screen by Embiid. For three, Maxey. Count it. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
Every time Maxey steps on the floor, you expect a big scoring night. Tyrese can explode offensively at any time.
Pritchard, the pass to White. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Maxey surveys. Got it again. That makes him 8 for 15 for the night. Boston leading by 12. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well, and when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Oubre with a steal. Out to the right wing. Here's Grimes. No points so far. Pass to Embiid. From 15 feet away, Queta pulls it in. Queta's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now here's White. Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
Hauser, he's checked in for Simons. Left side, Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Fires the 3. The Sixers with another miss.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Here's Pritchard. And he makes it. Pritchard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
And here is Maxey. Counted from distance. Maxey's got 10 points here in the second half.
Really showing you how quick he can be with the basketball. Maxey letting it fly in a hurry.
Here's Pritchard. The rebound by Maxey. 76ers trail by 16. Here's Grimes. No good on the triple. We've got 1:48 left in the third. Here's Hauser. Beyond the arc. On target from range. Hauser's got 7 points in the game.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Maxey passes to Grimes. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Celtics lead by 19. And Pritchard, here we go. From outside the arc. And again, Boston with the triple.
Even though he hasn't lit up the scoreboard, I like how he's keeping others involved.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Oubre on the wing. 4-3. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Outside, Brown. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. 5 on the clock. Right through the D for the layup. Brown's got 32 points in the game.
Give credit to the defense. They were right there on Brown. Ultimately, though, he's too smart and too confident near the hoop to have any effect.
Outside Maxey.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
For 3, Maxey. They grab their own miss. And the jam by Drummond.
You know, I would venture to say if you didn't run one play for Drummond all night, he still could score in double digits. He is an incredible offensive rebounder.
Here's White. And so it's the Boston Celtics up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Time for a quick break, then back to the... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. We've got Chris Boucher, and it's Shireman in at the point guard position. That's the Boston 5. Lowry outside. Up top, Embiid. Rebounded by the Celtics.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Here's Brown, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Brown's got 12 points in just the second half.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
A nice shot by McCain.
A good display of Lowry's court vision there. Nice feed to the open man.
Up and in on the layup.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Hit it down, hard, and simple.
Almost converts despite the contact.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
One other thing they've done very well has been scoring inside, just pounding and grinding down there.
Pritchard's checked in for Boston.
I've got pity for that rim right there, Joel Embiid. That's a big man banging that thing down.
They get it again. Second chance effort. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. Free throw good. Brown.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
Here's Grimes. No good on the three.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Pass to Garza. Now Brown. Pulls up. The rebound by Embiid. To the inside. And that one is hammered home.
Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
It's Brown on the wing. Pass to Pritchard. Launches a three. Knocks down the triple.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
The 11-footer. McCain's shot is off. The Celtics have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. And here's Brown for 3. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Pass to Embiid. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, it really puts pressure on the defense when Embiid makes an effort to run in transition like that.
Outside, Brown. That three's off the mark. And the 76ers shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Grimes' shot is off. Boston leading by 23. Hauser passes to Garza. Here's Hauser. Misses off the left iron. Philadelphia's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And look at those moves in the post. And the smooth finish to go along with it.
Just excellent work around the rim.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
Some changes for Boston. Cadis checked in for Garza. White comes in for Hauser. And Simon has subbed in for Boucher. Here's Brown. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Free throw, no good for Brown. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. Shoots over White. Again, the Sixers score.
I think one of Paul George's best shots is his pull-up jump shot. He's been destroying defenses for years with that mid-range pull-up.
Here's Pritchard over Maxey. No good there, off the double clutch. 76ers trail by 21. Pass to Grimes. Off target from outside.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself.
Simons passes to Pritchard. There's the triple. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Outside Oubre. The 3-ball. The rebound, Celtics. Kata's got 9 rebounds now. Simons with it. Guarded now by Maxey. Pass to Pritchard. Simons against Oubre. Simons' shot is good.
That is how you use the shot fake, folks.
The 76ers have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. Back to Maxey. Kata pulls it in. Kata's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pritchard, the pass to Kata. White looking it over. Here's Pritchard. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
Well, he enjoys deflating the opposition with those extra possessions.
Yep, that one's good. 1:53 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside, Brown. Jam by Brown.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Screen by Embiid. For 3, Maxey. Kata pulls it in.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes. It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Celtics.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jaylen Brown.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him. It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Pass to Grimes. George against White. George's shot is off. Boston's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Now here's Simons. Maxey covering. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Maxey. We've got a line change here for Boston. And some changes here for the 76ers. "40 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Shireman. Shot clock at 6. Drops in the 3.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And here's Lowry. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Drummond will do that to you all day if you let him. Great timing on the putback.
Here's Gonzalez. Pass to Tillman. Over Edwards. Off on that one. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And now let's check in with Allie LaForce with the player of the game. Allie.
Thank you very much. Jalen, you had it going. Can you talk about the confidence you had tonight?
I'm just trying to continue to show people what I can do, continue to get better. It's a long journey. It's a process. I still got a long way to go and a lot to learn, so I'm going to just keep going up.
It's all part of the journey. Thanks, Jalen.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching. And let's reveal our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.